thank you for watching my blog channel, and I'm pretty excited about this new blog. Um, lots been happening as I've been in meditation, and Spirit's been talking to me quite a bit. And a lot of this stuff is not new stuff that we're experiencing as far as spirituality. I mean, the spiritual conversations and metaphysics and pretty much anything you can study, it's all parallel the same. And people will argue with you about that. I just want to say that really quick. They'll argue with you, and no, they're arguing about words. They're arguing about words and say, well, no, but this says this scripture says this religion says this. And they're so focused in on the words because they're very left-brained. And so when they're very left-brained, they're not in balance. We have to have the balance between the masculine and feminine, the left and the right, whatever we want to refer to it as. And because we're not in that synergy between the both of them, we're always at odds with ourselves. And so if we're always at odds with ourselves, we're always, especially in the inside, if we're always have this internal struggle going on, if we're always sitting here going, well, but the word says this, and this is what the definition of Merriam-Webster's, this is what my concordance says, this is what my Bible says, this is what Buddhist scripture says, all that kind of stuff, then we're missing the biggest part of what spirituality is all about, and that's the heart. If we're missing that, the heart is the center. The heart is the center of our energy system, of our what they would call the chakra system. And so there's just so much that modern spirituality is not seeing. And I don't even, actually that's the incorrect words. It's not modern spirituality. It's a lot of things that people have been missing for thousands and thousands of years. And it's not that I'm getting it over anybody else. Some people got it even thousands of years ago. The avatars, the teachers that we all revere and look up to. But they're because we looked up to them and we put them on pedestals, we forgot that they were human beings. Yes, they ascended maybe into something different. They became bright lights within the world and stuff like that. So, but what I wanted to talk about today is this healing in your own internal world. And so if you are able to spend time with yourself every day, you'll start to learn that all those things that you look up to, all those avatars, those special beings, the angels, all of that, all those beings that you look up to, if you start spending time with yourself and getting still within yourself, you'll find that that is all within here. That everything that you're looking for is within yourself. And so this is not a new concept. I mean, you can just go on YouTube and you can see it. There's many people talking about this very subject. Go within, go within, go within, go within, go within, go within. And people are like, okay, but how do I do that? How do I go within? And so let's just talk a little bit about healing first before I get into the go within part. And let's hope I don't forget. Let's hope I don't get in a roll here and forget about that. But let's talk about healing. Let's talk about how a teacher and a student work in healing. So example of Reiki healing. So Dr. Usi went up and got on this mountaintop, got these 7 attunements, and then he got these 7 attunements. He's been passing it down through a lineage. And so depending on who your lineage is, that line might have been different. So, but it all started with Dr. Usi, right? So, and then his students taught people, and then that grew and grew and grew and grew. So each time they do what is for each level of Reiki, Reiki 1, Reiki 2, and the Master Reiki, or depending on Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, and then the Master of Teaching, depending on what theory you go through. And I'm not even getting into Shambhala Reiki or the many different aspects of Reiki. What I'm talking about, what I'm really trying to get at here, is that each time they do an attunement. And so that attunement is basically the essence of that lineage being passed energetically to that person. It's a vibration, it's a frequency. And so when that frequency is passed from teacher to student, the student gains all of that wisdom. And so, and it's an initiation, so to speak. And so each time a spiritual initiation happens, the same thing happens. And so When you go into Tibetan Buddhism, what I've gone to, they've gotten the White Tara empowerment and their medicine empowerment and all that kind of stuff. They're passing a frequency to you. When you're ordained as a minister, they're passing a frequency to you. It's similar to other things, but we're sticking into spiritual initiations and rituals here. So when you're elevated into a new role, when you're sainted, that kind of stuff, that's an energetic frequency because it has intentions that has gone behind it. But also the lineage of the wisdom of all of those people, from the teacher to student, teacher to student, teacher to student, has all been passed down. Similar to Socrates, who passed down Socratic philosophy throughout the years and centuries and stuff like that, thousands of years since Socrates was around. And now we have several things, the Socratic oath and all that other kind of stuff. That's an initiation that happens, and it's passed down through rituals and a lineage. So what I want to share with you, nothing's wrong with doing this, for passing lineage down from teacher to student, from teacher to student. But all that history, all that experience, all that wisdom energetically transfers to you. And you can get that without the initiation. I want you to know that. You can get that without the initiation with that person. You can get that through consciousness. And so, like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing it. So don't take that as what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is that you have to value yourself. You have to open yourself up and know that you are able to receive, and you have the right to receive, and you are good enough to receive. Does that make sense? You are good enough to receive. So when you are good enough to receive, then you open yourself up. When you feel you're not good enough, when you feel that you're a sinner, or when you feel that you're less than, or you feel like you're the raisin in the galaxy, then your energy shrinks. And when it shrinks, it's closed off and it doesn't want to receive anything. It's not in a receptive space. And so, well, when it's open, it says, I am ready not only to receive, I'm valued, I value myself, I am honored to receive, I am grateful to receive, I am ready to receive, and I deserve to receive. And so all those things, feel that energy as you do that. The energy, your body starts to open up. And so now it's in a more receptive way of receiving energy and frequency. So you can ask Spirit, the universe, to be your university, so to speak. My voice was going towards university, but so when you can do that, when you can say, hey, I am willing to receive, I deserve to receive, I am able and ready to receive. Your body and your energy sets that intention out, and because it sets that intention out, you're able to just start receiving that energy. And then what you're going to see is synchronicities are going to start happening. You're going to start seeing all this openness intuitively, and guess what? The universe is just going to set in motion towards what you really want, and that's to be a healer, be an intuitive, be successful in business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. But right now we're talking about spiritual principles. And so, but even if you're going into business, you can ask for universal business decision-making skills. You can ask for universal business wisdom. So you can ask for the universe to give you the wisdom to have discernment to what? Manage your business. Be an executive. So then now you're managing with discernment, you're managing with cosmic consciousness, you're managing with the cosmic ability. And so when you need something, when you're in a meeting, it'll literally download into you. And it's not even a download. I want you to understand nothing is outside of yourself. Remember, it's all inside of yourself. Download is just a word, so don't get hung up on it. What it really means is that you are all that is. You are consciousness. Now it's hard to see because this physical body, I can feel it with my physical self. But the soul, the consciousness that's beyond the soul, it is not just in this body. Your soul is not compartmentalized and shoved down into this body. You've not containered it. You've not limited it because you can't. Now you can block yourself from seeing it, feeling it, hearing it. You can block yourself from that. And that's what it does. It separates, in a sense, in your limitation of physical thought from your soul. But you really are not separated from your soul. And it's really this cosmic giant. Does that make sense? And I think what happens is we try to put the soul in this physical sense of self. We try to put the soul in this physical manifestation. And it's not. It can't be. And so the soul is a cosmic, multidimensional consciousness. And so when you're able to receive the downloads or the downloads from it, which is you, when you're allowed to let it flow through you, some would call that God. When you're allowing God to flow through you, then you're going to start experiencing life on a different level. And so what happens is the mind gets caught up in these little, well, that didn't work out that way. Nothing's ever going to work out because I was seeing it through limitation and stuff like that. And we don't want to live in that world anymore. We want to live with unlimited potential. Again, we want to live with unlimited potential. So let's go back to Reiki. Like I said, nothing wrong with Reiki. What happens with Reiki? I'm a Reiki master. When my mother, who was my teacher, passed that lineage to me, she passed a great lineage through me, and she took Mayan Reiki, which was a combination of Mayan shamanism and Reiki, Usi Reiki. And so when she did that, all that lineage of wisdom came through me. And so now, some would say, well, wait a second, is your soul separate from that lineage? No, it's not. What it's saying is that when I made the choice to allow my mother to do that initiation, because I had to make that choice, right? Then I opened myself up to what was already me, because we're all oneness, right? So the teacher that taught her, and the teacher that taught him, and so on down the line, I opened myself up to all their experiences and all their wisdom. But hey, guess what? Because you're here with me and you made a choice to watch this YouTube video, if you get really quiet, I'm setting the intention to send you energy and wisdom. To send you energy and wisdom. So just get really quiet and feel that. You can feel the energy of initiation passing to you if you make that choice. If you don't make that choice, it's okay, but you can't make the choice with this. You have to be ready to receive. So say, I am ready to receive. I am able to receive. I am open to receive. And I know I will receive. And I deserve to receive. So then you can start to feel. And I'm going to say, I know I can give. I know it will flow to the highest and best good of your soul. I know that this will give you the healing that you need, the wisdom that you need, and the divine energy that we need to exchange together. And so what you need from me and I need from you, that will flow back and forth. And some people will say, but this is a video on YouTube, Jeremy. And it doesn't matter, because time and space and the soul means nothing. So there, while I'm recording this, I'm feeling all of you. And as you watch this, whether it's 10 years, 5 years, a year from now, you'll feel me if you're open to receive. And if you're not, there's nothing wrong with that. It just means the energy wasn't right. And if the energy wasn't right, let it go so you can move on to what the energy is right for you. And so if you're able to do that, and we're able to flow and move and do what we need to do to grow and allow ourselves to grow, to go where we need to be, then we're going to have a blessed life. And I know there was something I was supposed to say, and I did what I thought I was afraid of doing. I forgot. So that's what happens when you open yourself up. The mind had an idea, and then the soul says nope, and it flows through. Well, if it comes back, I'll do it in another video. But many blessings. Namaste. I just want to share with you that in Tampa, Florida, I will be speaking at the Ignite Your Life Expo on September 17th, and there's another one on September 25th that I'll have on my website. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that information at the end of the video and the website for that one as well. I think it's called Divine Transformations. I'll be speaking on the 25th of September for that as well. So if you're in the area, definitely come to that. It should be an amazing time. And you can check out more about me at www.jeremymcdonald.net or also at www.lamplight-group.com. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.